I think key thing is, number one, the origin of it will come from policies.
Mhm.
So we understand in the more developed markets, for example, there have been discussion around adding a carbon tax or carbon price on the supply chain itself. So for example, if you have a steel import coming from one of the emerging markets that's not green, the importing country will actually add on a carbon price element. So I think in the long run, if you think about it, any supply chain that doesn't align themselves towards becoming more green and towards climate change, this actually will put them outright being quite uncompetitive in the long run. Because this is inevitable. We are seeing this trend going globally. Obviously, I think the developed markets will be the one taking the lead on this. And hopefully, I think in the next decade or so, this will be a key topic for discussion. I think in terms of upcoming trends, other than A, trying to understand green supply chain, B, I think it's when we talk about all of this climate change discussion, how do we make supply chain more green? Our generation makes more green. How do we cut just in general emission? The other part that's we I think often did not talk about is how do we upgrade our infrastructure such that it helps us to transition into a greener economy. Because if you look at a lot of the grid infrastructure that we have right now, we as in, I think, just in general in Asia as well, a lot of this grid infrastructure were built maybe like a decade back, and they are more suited for a base load type of electricity feed. So when you start having more renewables into the generation mix, these are more intermittent sources. So you need to be able to build a grid infrastructure that can absorb this type of volatility in terms of thermal constraints. And I think going forward in terms of the trend, you'll see a large investment going into upgrading our infrastructure, be it on the grid infrastructure. Secondly, I think on electric vehicles as well. Or these EV charging stations. This is also an up and coming trend that we are seeing, that a lot more push towards electric vehicles going forward as well. So you need all these charging stations in terms of investments going around in all of the countries.